Hello friends, welcome to Law Excellence Mains Answer Writing Session. Friends, today we will be discussing the question posted on our mains portal on 29th of November. So on 29th of November, we had posted a question regarding the Quit India movement. So the question read like this. Quit India movement was not just an impulsive response of the masses. Elaborate. So in this, you had to elaborate on the fact that Quit India movement was a planned and had several pre-episodes that ultimately led to Quit India movement, and it was not just an impulsive response of the masses. So friends, as we have said you that you had to proceed in 5 categorical steps where you introduce properly and then you build up the scenario and then add value by quoting some specific case studies or examples or quotations or anything that adds value to your question. In this particular question, in your introduction, you had to start with the role of movements as such in our national independence struggle, and then how they impacted, and then you have to move on to Quit India movement and its relevance. So friends, in the introduction part of this question, you had to add some sentences about the movements which inspired the masses to fight against the colonial administration. You can quote 1 or 2 examples also, and then you had to slowly move into the Quit India movement and its various facets, like it was a mass struggle on non-violent lines, and the public discontent has been growing for long, and that's why it was not an impulsive response. So you could say all these things in your introduction, and then you have to move forward to cite various episodes that had ultimately led to the Quit India movement. So moving forward, friends, here you can see that the various factors that had ultimately led India to launch Quit India movement, as participation in World War II, or the change of the political structure in England and the demands being made there. And along with that, the August Offer and Cripps proposals, which did not promise complete independence but offered only dominion status. And then there was growing fear of Japanese invasion on India. So friends, these all reasons had actually built up the momentum that ultimately led to this movement. So it was not just an impulsive thing. So many factors had been contributing to it based on our past struggles and our experiences with British and the way they listened to us. So these all factors ultimately led to the launch of Quit India movement. So you had to mention all these factors to elaborate on the fact that it was not just impulsive, but rather a long drawn process having so many parameters. And finally, you had to conclude this question. So in conclusion, as I said you have to adopt an optimistic note, or if you are criticizing something or of any policy or anything in any other question, you had to make it a constructive criticism. So friends, here you had to, like we have said here, that in Quit India movement, parallel governments were formed and they were attacking the authorities, and the intensity represented the capacity of masses, their self-struggle, and the sacrifices for India's independence. So you had to elaborate on the relevance and the significance of Quit India movement and its various facets. So friend, that's the way you should have written the answer. You can adopt different strategies, different methods to answer a question, but please make sure that you stand according to the 5 basic elements that we have proposed to you, and write answers which would add value to your question. So friends, that's all for today. We'll be meeting next time. So till then, keep following these bullet points and keep writing answers that we post on our portal. Thank you for today. We'll meet another time. Till then, goodbye.